21, hailing from the Roxborough Police Youth Club, Miss Janae Campbell. I have returned to ignite a flame, to burn the remnants of this estate to ashes once and for all. I have come to seek justice for the hundreds of us who were oppressed on these grounds. It is time to celebrate the victory as we break the chains with those things that kept us under bondage. I said fire in the east, fire in the west, fire in the north and fire in the south.
Tobago Heritage Personality 2021, Miss Janae Campbell. You saw the videos, and now meet the lady. She's here with us on Zoom this morning. Good morning to you, Janae.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago, and thank you for having me on the now.
Well, let me first of all say congratulations on winning the Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2021.
Thank you very much.
Tell me about the competition. How was it? How many people entered? How was the experience for you?
Well, there were 8 of us who were contestants in the competition. The experience for me was indeed a life-changing one. I do believe that this experience has taught me some valuable skills that I can use later in life. And you know, interestingly, pageants are not really my thing. This was really something that was out of my comfort zone, and I'm really pleased with the end result. And you know, I just want to encourage somebody that sometimes it's good to step into untouched ground and try things that are new, because you never know, you might really succeed at it.
So tell me, what inspired you to become a part of this competition? If pageants aren't really a thing, what motivated you to join this one?
To be quite honest, I became fond of culture very late. So when I joined the Roxborough Police Youth Club, I had to learn how to dance, and I fell in love with it. And apart from that, I was a really good student at history. So culture is something that I love and admire. And so I know that being the Miss Tobago Heritage Personality would somewhat make me a cultural ambassador for Tobago's culture. And that is what really had inspired me, coupled with the fact that a lot of persons, especially from the Roxborough Police Youth Club, encouraged me to participate because apparently they saw something in me that I didn't see initially.
Well, so did the judges, it seems.
Yes.
So, Janae, tell me now that you are a Miss Tobago Heritage Personality, what are some of the rules and some of the things that you have to do? You said a cultural ambassador, but what does that really mean? Break it down for me.
Okay, well, so, you know, I'm Miss Tobago Heritage Personality. So that somewhat means that I am the face of Tobago's women and the face of culture in somewhat sense. And so what that would mean is that I have a role to play in promoting Tobago's cultural art form and representing Tobago in different aspects. For example, I intend to establish a Discover series where we promote Tobago's culture on social media and by any other means once we get the requisite funding to do so. It also means I have to make appearances, inspire young girls, and really be a voice for Tobago's culture so that we know that it gets proper representation and it is adequately exposed to the world by large.
Jenny, where do you see Tobago's culture at right now as it stands? I know you have a plan and a mission and all that stuff, but where is it right now?
I think the culture is still alive though. COVID has impacted it greatly. Some would say negatively because the Tobago Heritage Festival really took on a virtual like this rounds and persons did not really have much of the face-to-face live experience. However, culture is a part of us. Culture is the way we eat. Culture is the way we speak, we dance, or the songs we sing. So I won't say the culture is dying. Culture is inside of us. And it's really up to us to retain that culture and not allow it to succumb to cultural erasure. Tobago Festival, Tobago Heritage Festival. And I think it was really commendable for the Tobago Festival Commission Limited to ensure that the festival still was held this year, even though it was virtual.
How was that experience having the whole thing happen virtually and not having an audience around to cheer for you and that kind of thing?
Surely, I would say in some ways it was good, and in some ways it felt awkward. I'll explain. So when I was in my talent, for instance, I wasn't looking at anyone directly. In fact, I didn't even see the judges, and so that somewhat made it easier for me. It was like I was looking into empty space. There were no faces to probably get me nervous, so it was really smooth for me in that light. However, I missed that audience for the gown portrayal segment because you need people to cheer you on and make you feel encouraged.
Mhm.
But I still tried my best with the little that were there because persons could have brought their chaperones, and I think it was just about four other persons with you, and there were a few persons there that still cheered on, so I appreciated the little crowd that was there.
Nice. What do you think gave you the edge in the competition? When you look back on it and you say, all right, this is the moment when I knew for sure I was gonna get it. Or I think that this made the difference in the end.
Definitely. I think this one was quite obvious. I think the question and answer segment really stood out for me. And because I'm a passionate speaker, and as I said earlier, I am a history enthusiast. And so it was quite easy for me to give a really research answer for the question and answer segment. And if you look at the other contestants, they all were intelligent young girls, and I just want to stick the scene right there because many times we bring down persons, but I just think it was a matter of me having that experience expressing myself orally in front of people because I have that experience from TYC. And so it was quite easy for me to articulate my views in a way that made sense, if you understand.
I do, but I'm curious now as to what the question was that they asked you.
You want to know what the question was?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is going to be a very paraphrased
Yes,
answer.
of course, of course.
I think they asked what aspects of our traditions from our ancestors would have prepared us to deal with this period of social and economic hardship.
Mm.
I think that was the question.
That is a question, boy. I want to hear the. I'm gonna get the paraphrased answer.
Really?
I'm curious. I'm
Really?
curious.
Really.
You
Really?
remember what you answered and
Okay.
said?
What you said?
Do you remember the answer you gave?
I will try to remember because I'm really an in the moment kind of person. But I think my main point I started off by saying the spirit of resilience from our ancestors is what would have equipped us to deal with this period of social and economic hardship.
Mm-hmm.
And then I basically drew a link to the Belmana riots, which happened in 1876 in Roxborough, where our ancestors would have fought against Corporal Belmana and his forces, as well as the entire plantocracy, because they were experiencing deplorable working conditions and they finally said enough was enough and they revolted and rioted. And in the end, positive outcomes arose. And so I was basically saying that this is the same spirit that we should have in fighting whatever obstacles we may face in life. that resistive spirit from our ancestors.
Well said. I understand now why you win. I understand. I understand. And I see it's important. It's important. You see that aspect of knowing your history, knowing the history of
Yeah,
Roxborough. I think that
yeah,
is. I think that for me is what stood out the most about that answer. Is that you are so knowledgeable about the history of where you come from that you're able to apply it to the question when it's posed to
yeah,
you. So
yeah.
congratulations to you. Before
Thank
we
you
wrap
very
up this
much.
morning, Janae, what message would you have for the young girls of Tobago who are looking on at the show now, inspired by you?
Right. So I was asked this question yesterday from some persons at my club, and it's the same message. Always stay true to your identity. Please maintain your authenticity. Do not do things just because the crowd is doing it. Be unique and always remember that you are a conqueror and you can do anything that you put your mind to. Once you have the right motive behind what you are doing, it's imperative to ensure that you go ahead and do it passionately and you will succeed. So just go out and embrace the world because it is yours.
Thank you so much, Janae
Mhm.
Campbell. Congratulations again, and all the
Thank
best going forward. I'm going to check in with you hopefully sometime later on in the year and see how things have been progressing and all the plans that you have.
All right, no problem. Thank you for having
No
me.
problem. Do enjoy the rest of the day. That's Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2021, Janae Campbell, and clearly a very intelligent young woman. Yeah. I see why they get shit. I see why they get shit. I completely understand. And what we're going to do right now is take a quick break. And when we come back, we have more for you inside the Now Morning Show. Please stay tuned.